The 6 car mods only rich racers do. What's up everyone? The world of car modifications and tuning is a constantly changing mixture of new trends, shapes, components, and badly executed designs that often scare true car fans. A lot of people talk about racers these days, but this category isn't just reserved for broke car people. As car guys grow up, often their tastes become more tasteful, but strangely there are a few people who slip through the net, putting their newfound wealth into rather interesting car mods. Let's get right into the video. Number 1. Gold Vinyl Wrap. One of the most common rich mods is gold or silver wrap. In the last few years, the trend of sports cars, exotic cars or high-class SUVs getting wrapped in shiny colors has only been increasing. For most car enthusiasts, this mod is a bit too far, and a somewhat tacky attempt to draw the attention to your car and bank account, but rich racers seem to love it. Every day we see more and more examples of such modifications, at first with only luxury cars getting wrapped. Nowadays we see some pretty ordinary cars receiving this treatment. The gold wrap trend started in the Middle East and in Asia and has soon spread all over the world. Just like any other pointless racer modification, this will also be a thing of the past in a few years' time. But until then, be sure you're wearing your sunglasses when you see a shiny gold-wrapped car coming your way. Number 2. 2JZ Engine Swaps. For those who don't know what 2JZ is, it's Toyota's inline-6 engine with a turbocharger produced from 1991 to 2002, which can be found in the legendary Supra Mark IV. The 2JZ is well known as an extremely tunable engine, which can produce insane power with just a few simple bolt-on mods. That's why it's one of the most respected units, especially by the tuner community. As great as this engine is, it starts to become a bit cringy if you're a rich racer, as chances are you'll install this engine in everything you can. It's okay to do this with other Japanese cars, making them faster and more powerful. It's also perfect for cars with bad engines. The problems start when you put 2JZs into the BMW M3, the Ford Mustangs, Mercedes SL, or even in a Jeep Wrangler. The most terrifying example of a 2JZ swap comes from Japan, where somebody installed the Toyota engine into a real Rolls-Royce Phantom. Despite the fact that the Phantom now has 900 horsepower under the hood, the engine swap caused outrage in the community. I doubt that'll make for a comfortable ride. Number 3. Supercar Replicas. What do you do if you desperately need the looks and stance of a Lamborghini Countach or a Ferrari Enzo, but you can only afford a fraction of the real thing? You order yourself a replica. Apparently, the supercar replica market is booming, and all around the world, small companies offer modified cars dressed up to look like expensive exotics with various levels of success. Some companies produce pretty accurate clones, which come with proper engines, but some firms deliver just look-alike body kits with terrible fit and finish. That being said, doing this is still for rich racers, as supercar replicas are still pretty expensive in the real world. Most supercar replicas still cost more than $30,000, so it's hard to justify the fact that this is a good idea. Number 4. Carbon Body Panels. One of the favorite entry-level racer modifications is carbon vinyl wrap, mostly applied on the hood, roof, and the trunk of the car, suggesting you have lightweight body panels and improved performance. It's nothing more than a design feature, which clearly differentiates real tuners from wannabe street racers. When a typical racer grows up and finds himself in a better financial situation, however, one of the first expensive mods he might do is real carbon body panels. Yes, carbon body panels are cool and do save weight and give you better performance, but only if they're part of a significant weight-saving effort, which requires totally stripping your car and removing anything that isn't necessary. If you only replace the hood or the trunk lid with expensive carbon fiber parts, weight savings are minimal and not even noticeable. Not exactly racer, but probably save this mod until last. Number 5. Oversized Wheels. You might have thought that the trend of enormous rims is behind us, but it looks like some keen racers still invest in big wheels for their cars. The oversized wheels with the mandatory lowering of your car's height add to the car's stance, but they are also pretty problematic in terms of fitting them in regular wheel arches. On the other hand, big wheels often weigh more than the standard rims, which puts the stress on the suspension components. Of course, not to forget the harsh ride and hits from the potholes, which can ruin your car's undercarriage and scrape your bumpers. They are rarely cheap though. Many wheels can cost more than $10,000 for a set. The good thing is that the trend of chrome wheel spinners is finally behind us, and we hope it will never come back. Number 6. Resto-Modding a classic Japanese car. We've saved the best for last, and there is an interesting and quite frankly pretty amazing trend, and that is resto-modding a classic JDM car. In recent years, we've witnessed rising interest for Datsun 240Zs or 510 sedans, first-generation Toyota Celicas, or even for Wankel-powered Mazda RX-3s and similar Japanese coupes from the 70s. Those cars are fairly cheap, and serious tuners use them as a basis for amazing conversions, installing modern engines, trick suspension kits, powerful brakes, and steering systems. Most tuners keep the original appearance with a few modifications, but they turn slow classic coupes into blisteringly fast and capable modern machines. Of course, professionally built machines are pretty expensive, and this is one of the rare modifications every true car fan can appreciate. So there you are. Which mods did I miss? Are they not ricers at all? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I reply to every comment in the first 3 hours. Cheers!